Hello and welcome once again to News Unlocked, the show that takes you behind the headlines to the real stories that matter. Now, former Jawaharlal Nehru University student activist Umar Khalid was arrested on Sunday night in connection with the Delhi riots case of February. He's been arrested under the stringent Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, accused of inciting violence, or so the Delhi Police's special cell is claiming. In fact, in various riot charge sheets in these cases, the police has alleged that the violence of February 2020 was not instigated on the spur of the moment, but was carefully engineered by mischievous elements. Most of them, according to the police, were anti-Citizenship Amendment Act protesters who were basically seeking to propagate an armed rebellion in the country. But many critics and human rights activists are now questioning these arrests, saying that the Delhi police, on the instructions of the Amit Shah-led Home Ministry, is simply trying to target anti-CAA protesters and muzzling dissenting voices. Today we decode the Delhi police charge sheet and bring together activists and the police and ask the real questions that matter. First, let's take a look at the case against Umar Khalid.
A massive debate is raging at the back of Delhi police arresting former Jawaharlal Nehru University student Umar Khalid in connection with the Delhi riots in February this year. After an 11-hour interrogation, Khalid, who is already facing sedition charges for alleged anti-national sloganeering, was arrested under the stringent anti-terror law UAPA. In the FIR, the Delhi police has claimed that the communal violence was a premeditated conspiracy, which was allegedly hatched by Khalid and two others. The students have also been booked for the offences of sedition, murder, attempt to murder, promoting enmity between different groups on grounds of religion and rioting. Khalid had allegedly, as per the police, given provocative speeches at two different places and appealed to the citizens to come out on streets and block the roads during the visit of US President Donald Trump to spread propaganda at international level and how minorities in India are being tortured, the FIR alleged. In this conspiracy, firearms, petrol bombs, acid bombs and stones were collected at numerous homes, the FIR claimed.
Umar Khalid's arrest in Delhi riot shows that these people, Umar Khalid and then other of his likes who had been inciting the protesters at many places in the country, this all shows the entire opposition has ganged up against the Modi government to create disturbance in the country.
न्यायपूर्वक जो तथ्य हों, जो आधार हों, उसके अनुसार कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि निष्पक्षता के साथ कार्रवाई हो, इसलिए नहीं कि किसी को फंसाना है, इसलिए किसी की गिरफ्तारी हो, बल्कि अगर किसी ने किसी पर सही आरोप है तो उसे बख्शा नहीं जाना चाहिए, उसको गिरफ्तार होना चाहिए.
As Umar Khalid was arrested under UAPA, politics peaked and social media platforms trended with one question. Why Delhi police hasn't taken any action against Kapil Mishra, Anurag Thakur, Parvesh Verma? Why no arrest or any charge sheet against them who were clearly seen and heard shouting inflammatory slogans? In fact, Kapil Mishra has been given Y security cover. On the other hand, the documented speech of Umar Khalid seemed to suggest that he did not want any violence. Umar Khalid's arrest comes amidst a political row over CPIM leader Sitaram Yechuri, Swaraj Abhiyan chief Yogendra Yadav being named in a disclosure statement of an accused in the Delhi riots, all in a supplementary charge sheet.
This is not some witness saying something on oath and verifying it. This is police's own version of what someone told them, on which that person has not even signed. In other words, this is police's fabricated story, and what they have said in that story is that people like me and Sitaram Yechuri would go and give inflammatory speeches. I think it's a beginning of a big joke.
While the Delhi police have sought a 10-day custody for Omar Khalid, the debate over democracy and the left versus right over the Delhi riot rages on. Bureau Report, India Today.
So what really is the story of the police's action in the Delhi riots case? Is the police engaging in a witch hunt, or is the police simply allowing the law to take its own course? I'm joined by Senior Police Officer Yashovardhan Azad, and I'm joined by Yogendra Yadav, who's been among those named in that supplementary charge sheet. Appreciate both of you joining us on the News Unlocked. I want to come to you, Yogendra Yadav, because the charge against you and others which is being made in this case is that you were giving provocative speeches that were intended to mobilize, provoke and mobilize crowds to riot and turn Muslims against the CAA and NRC. And the basis of this is statements made by some of the activists who have been arrested, to women specifically, who allegedly have cited this as part of their disclosure. How do you respond to the fact that you, Sitaram Yechuri, and a few others, Professor Apurvananda, being accused of provoking and inciting people?
Rajdeep, I don't know whether to laugh or to cry about these things. You don't have to do a confessional statement of someone in police custody to find out what Yogendra Yadav and Sitaram Yechuri said in their public speeches. Delhi police has videos of every single speech. Why don't they access that? And in case they have any problem, I can help them. All my speeches are on the Facebook even today. If they are interested in Silampur Zafrabad, they can go on as late as 24th of February, when there was extreme tension. Several of us went to Zafrabad to plead with those women to please vacate the road. We said, we are with you in the cause, but your method is not correct. Please come back. When they did not agree, we actually gave a speech there, which is available on Facebook Live even now, saying that we do not approve of it. So what is Delhi police searching?
Did you call the anti-CAA protests at any stage, Professor Yadav, in your speeches as anti-Muslim? That is the language which is being cited in that supplementary charge sheet as the basis for suggesting that you all were provoking and mobilizing and thereby inciting people to riot.
Rajdeep, I think certain basics are being conflated. To say that CAA as an act discriminated against Muslims is a simple fact of the case, which anyone who read the Constitution would say, which is not what I have said, which is what thousands of people have said, which is what jurists have said, which is what retired judges of the Supreme Court have said. Yes, it was discriminatory against Muslims. Yes, I said that. Yes, I say that today. Yes, I will say that tomorrow. It is against the very foundations of India. It is against the Constitution of India. It is against the spirit of Indian freedom struggle. It is two-nation theory backed by Mr. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, being advocated by BJP. I said it then, I say it now. What is the connection with violence here?
Let me bring in Yashovardhan Azad. Yashovardhan Azad, it appears that the police in this case has already gone with a fixed narrative, that the likes of Yogendra Yadav, the likes of the student activists, the likes of the anti-CAA protesters are responsible for the violence. Yogendra Yadav did not pick up firearms. Yogendra Yadav or Sitaram Yechuri have not, in any of their speeches, asked people to go and burn buses or burn cars or kill each other. More than 50 people died. The real perpetrators seem to get off, and those activists who are lending an ideological support to anti-CAA protests are now being accused of being the instigators of riots?
राजदीप, आज हिंदी दिवस है तो जरा हिंदी में शुरुआत करना चाहूंगा, दो तीन पंक्तियां। योगेंद्र यादव जी की बहुत इज्जत करता हूं, एक सामाजिक विचारक हैं और जो तथ्य इन्होंने पेश किए हैं उनकी मैं बड़ी इज्जत और तन्मयता के साथ सुना हूं। बल्कि इनके बोलने की शैली इतनी अच्छी है कि लोग मंत्रमुग्ध हो जाते हैं और मैं कोशिश कर रहा था कि मैं भी वशीभूत ना हूं। Let me start with the facts first. to say that the Delhi police has a narrative already opinionated about in the filing of charge sheet would not be actually correct if you look at the facts and the statistics on ground. For example, there are 1,571 cases which have been registered. If you look at the arrests, it's about 750 odd on both sides. You were talking about the arrests just now. About 250 charge sheets have already been filed. 6 cases have been taken cognizance by the courts. If you look at the arrests again, it is 550 odd on both sides. Now, as far as Yogendra Yadav ji is concerned, I will say there is not a shred of evidence against him for any kind of instigation of a riot or even anything of that kind, nor for the matter other people who have been involved.
So why name them? So why name them in a supplementary charge sheet?
No, this was a disclosure statement. I don't think there is any charge sheet or anything against them. In fact, the Delhi police, if you ask any officer, there is nothing against Yogendra Yadav. If there is, it's 100% wrong. And I don't think they'll have the temerity to do anything of this kind. Now, as far as Umar Khalid is concerned, now, definitely, there is a point where you have to distinguish between a law and order issue or an issue which is going against the state. Now, Umar Khalid, yes, they were telling the CA protesters that it is anti-Muslim and there should be blockade of roads and there should be a wider movement. There were 23 places where this was being done. In fact, I always consistently believed also this is not the way of doing protests, and protests should be done at designated sites. So, but in the Umar Khalid case, there are other things. While the Delhi police claims it has unimpeachable evidence, it also talks about the support of PFI and the funding involved. So at this stage, when the court has given a police remand in the case of Umar Khalid, I will not be able to give any more information about this. But I'll fall short of saying that it is a kind of a witch hunt. If you look at the statistics.
So you're making a distinction, an important distinction between Yogendra Yadav, between the likes of Sitaram Yechury and Umar Khalid. Why don't you respond to that, Yogendra Yadav? Because the charge with the police are making is saying, first of all, it's not just you and Sitaram Yechury who've been named. We are investigating many people, including those allegedly responsible for the violence. So there are numerous FIRs being filed, and therefore to highlight a few would be unfair. And Umar Khalid is being specifically investigated because they believe he has links with some of the groups which, according to the police, were involved in the violence.
Rajdeep, the easiest thing for me in the world would have been to simply agree with Harshvardhan ji and say, अच्छा शुक्रिया, मैं तो छूट गया. अब बस ठीक है, बाकी का आप जो कुछ मर्जी कर लीजिए. I'm not going to do that because if I had not known Umar Khalid, if I had not known the case, I would have said, all right, doesn't apply to me. I don't know who he is. Like I would say about Tahir, I don't know who he is and I can't comment on the case. It so happens that I know Umar Khalid for the last year or so. I worked with him on this anti-CA protest. I have watched his speeches. I have seen him work outside after the speeches are over and you do internal baatcheet and so on. Allow me to point out the following things. Number one, since 2018, Umar Khalid is under the protection of Delhi police, which is to say, every time a police constable is with him, he is under the nose of Delhi police. And I believe Delhi police also would have done electronic surveillance. So, does the Delhi police want me to believe that someone who was under their protection, under their surveillance, managed to do such grand conspiracy and Delhi police did not come to know about it and could not prevent it? I'm sure Mr. Harshvardhan does not take such a poor opinion of Delhi police. I do not. Number two, what does Delhi police say? In a formal charge sheet, they say Tahir Hussain and Umar Khalid met on the 8th of January and decided that during Mr. Trump's visit, they would organize protests that would destabilize Delhi. Now, the funny thing is that on 8th of January, no one in this country, not even the government of India, knew that Mr. Trump is coming to Delhi. Unless Umar Khalid has a special link to Trump Bhaiya, how come that happens? Isn't that a ridiculous thing to say? Third, in the case of Umar Khalid, why is it that UAPA is being invoked? Is it because Delhi police is actually not so confident of its own case? and wants to use UAPA because the requirement of evidence would be lower, because the onus would be on him rather than on Delhi police, and because the trial itself will become the punishment. Mind you, I'm not speaking only about Umar Khalid. I happen to have mentioned him because Umar Khalid is more visible. People like me are more visible. But please remember, there are dozens of young people, idealist young people who have done no wrong, who have stood simply for the defense of Indian Constitution, who are already in jail, lying for 6 months. People who have suffered custodial torture, they are lying in jail without any investigation. And why? What does Mr. Harshvardhan would like to say about what Julio Rivero has to say and what 8 IPS officers have said today? That this kind of investigation would lower people's trust in police.
You know, Yashovardhan Azad, the question is UAPA at one level. You know, the manner in which UAPA is being used by the Delhi police, because it virtually means that it is impossible, A, to get bail in those cases. It means that the onus is completely on those who are accused to prove their innocence, a complete reversal of jurisprudence. And there are young women activists, 24-year-old, 25-year-old activists who are being accused to have instigated the riots. Now, as a result, it appears that the riots are all one-sided. You know, I'm just going to play for you for a moment what was said by some BJP leaders. None of them have been even inquired into while Yogendra Yadav is being questioned today, or he and others are. Listen in and I want a response. First, listen in.
डीसीपी साहब हमारे सामने खड़े हैं। मैं आप सबके बिहाफ पे ये बात कह रहा हूँ, ट्रंप के जाने तक तो हम शांति से जा रहे हैं, लेकिन उसके बाद हम आपकी भी नहीं सुनेंगे अगर रास्ते खाली नहीं हुए तो। ट्रंप के जाने तक आप जाफराबाद और चांदबाग खाली करवा लीजिए, ऐसी आपसे विनती कर रहे हैं। उसके बाद हमें रोड पे आना पड़ेगा, ठीक है।
दिल्ली की जनता जानती है, जो आग आज से कुछ साल पहले कश्मीर में लगी थी, वहाँ पे जो कश्मीरी पंडित हैं उनकी बहन बेटियों के साथ में रेप हुआ था, आज वो आग दिल्ली के कोने में लग गई है। ये लोग आपके घरों में घुसेंगे, आपकी बहन बेटियों को उठाएंगे, उनको रेप करेंगे, उनको मारेंगे। इसलिए आज समय है, कल मोदी जी नहीं आएंगे बचाने।
देश के गद्दारों को, देश के गद्दारों को, देश के गद्दारों को, देश के गद्दारों को गोली मारो सालों को। ये कौन है गद्दार? पप्पू को भूल गए? ये दोनों ऐसे हैं कि इमरान खान से कड़ी शुरू होती है और राहुल गांधी केजरीवाल तक सारे चलती है।
Should politicians also be questioned, at least questioned by the Delhi police for their role, Yashovardhan Azad, or is only one side going to be questioned? That's why I said there is an allegation of a predetermined narrative.
So there are 2-3 points you have asked me. You know, first is about Umar Khalid. Second, Yogendra Yadav ji raised point about the so many youngsters who have been suffering custodial torture. And the third point is about the interrogation of people like Kapil Mishra also. First of all, I think Yogendra ji has made a very generalized statement that, you know, the youngsters are suffering custodial torture and, you know, most of them have been arrested without evidence. I'm sorry. I mean, I can't agree with all this. First of all, I'm not a defender of Delhi police. I'm talking on facts which have come on public domain, and I certainly do not support any act which has been done in contravention of the rules, especially the video which shows that the policemen are brickbatting and throwing stones back at the people. No, these are things which I don't support. But please, for a moment, also think that the 108 policemen were also injured in these riots. The 2 of them died. One of them, Ratan Lal, had bullet injuries. So it's not a question of just framing charges just like that. Secondly, let me also tell you that Delhi being the capital, the maximum usage of technology was done in these cases, whether it was CCTV, whether it was electronic surveillance, whether it was a facial recognition software, whether it was linking them in the Vahan portal. So it's not that the case can be built out of air. What I'm saying is, please don't make generalized statements. About Umar Khalid, even I said, there is a point when UAPA can be distinguished between an infringement of law and order. What is that point? which has tripped over in the face of WAPA. It's not that they are, I don't have a poor opinion of Delhi police, neither do I have an outstanding opinion of them. I think they are average. They are ordinary human people like you and me. And because they have put UAPA, they cannot be stupid enough just to do it for fun or just because Mr. Amit Shah told them. No, this is not how things are done. You know, this police commissioner is a professional man. There is something on his career too. The second point, so many people you said have been arrested. So why have they arrested as many Hindus? Is it a problem? They are being persecuted. Let me tell you another thing. In Gokulpur, there were 9 Muslims who were killed and thrown into a drain. And I know because the officer who investigated it did an outstanding investigation and 11 Hindus were caught and a murder charge was placed against them.
So you are saying that the Delhi police, in your view at the moment, is trying to do it the best possible professional job. Do not therefore look at it through a Hindu-Muslim prism or a left versus right prism. Give me your final word, Yogendra Yadav, 30 seconds to you. Should we allow the law to take its own course? Those who are guilty will be eventually booked.
Absolutely, and that is why I disagree with Yashovardhan ji that there are 2 sides. He said both sides. He invoked Hindus and Muslims. I did not talk about Hindus and Muslims. There are only 2 sides. There are criminals and there are victims. These are the only 2 sides in this dispute. Delhi police must stand by the victims, must stand against the criminals, no matter what religion. I do not speak with generalized terms, sir. There is someone called Khalid Saifi who has suffered custodial torture. I went to jail, spoke to him. I never speak without any evidence. Number 2, if the electronic surveillance was so good, sir, why is it that Delhi police could not even find out what Omar Khalid was up to if he was doing all those things that you say he was doing? And yes, sir, unfortunately, no, I think Delhi police is average, maybe slightly better than average. But the fact is that the Home Minister of the country had announced the findings of the investigation before the investigation began. On 11th of March, in the Lok Sabha, Home Minister had actually said that there is a large design. He had named the organizations involved in it. Omar Khalid's organization happens to be the organization. So Delhi police was left with no choice. So after 6 months, Delhi police has duly discovered that what their boss was saying was right.
Okay.
And that is what Julio Romero is objecting to.
Let's leave it there. I've given both of you the chance to speak. Let's leave it there. We will continue to track this story. At the end of the day, the law must take its own course, but the law must take its own course in a manner that people's confidence in the law is restored, not diminished. It cannot be selectively used, especially in sensitive cases like riots. Let's leave it there. Yashovardhan Azad, Yogendra Yadav, thank you so much for joining me on the News Unlocked. News without the noise. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.